still have to distress this too, but I love this. I'm alive in a new look. Very sweet, and I usually bring biscuit down here to do my sign off. Well, tonight I'm going to bring bacon, right? Hi YouTube, it's Bethany from Madeline Jean Antiques and Restoration. In this tutorial, we are going to paint an antique mirror. Now, I posted on my other social media platform, on Facebook, on my business page, I asked people, what color do you think I should paint this mirror? And I gave them 3 choices. A jet black color, a blue shade, and then a shade that I would describe as kind of like a seafoam green color. And the overwhelming response, everybody wants me to paint it. The color's called Inkwell. And the color that I gave them is from a line of paint by Wise Owl, their 1-hour enamel paint. Absolutely love this line of paint. And that's what I'm gonna use today to paint this mirror. I love this mirror so much. Oh my gosh. I wish I had a spot in my house to put it. It is so beautiful. I'm gonna guess it's probably from the early 1900s. So we're gonna bring it on over to where I call the magic happens in my workshop, and we're gonna get started on it. And I am representing today all my Gen X people out there. I got my Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine shirt on and a scrunchie in, so I'm representing. All right, let's go. Okay, we're on the other side of my workshop. I got my mirror elevated. I would advise to do that to save the strain on your back. Elevate it on a table or somewhere. So I have mine on top of my miter saw table. I'm going to quickly clean the wood with a product called Crud Cutter. Absolutely love this stuff. I usually spray it on every piece of furniture I work on. It's a degreaser and it just gets kind of the gunk and the grime off the wood. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, before I go any further, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, I gotta clean this glass. It is bugging me, it's all full of dust. So I know I'll have to clean it again at the end, but it's bugging me, so I wanna take care of it. So the year of this mirror is probably early 1900s, and the glass is in really good shape. I don't see any like flaws in it or cracks or anything of that nature, so I'm really impressed with what could, and it like reflects really well too. So whoever buys this mirror is going to be quite lucky because she's in really, really good shape. Okay, this is much better. I was having a hard time working and seeing how gross the glass looked. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'll have to clean it up later, but it at least is a little bit better. Okay. All right, now I want to show you the gorgeous color that we're going to be painting the frame of this mirror. Okay, I have the color that we have selected. Actually, the people that follow my business page on Facebook selected this color. It's called Inkwell. It is by Wise Owl 1-hour enamel paint. It is a beautiful blue. It's not an obnoxious blue. It's kind of like a blue-gray. And I'm gonna toot my own little horn here. I used this specific paint and color when I was on the show last summer, Pawn Stars Do America. They asked me to refinish an antique vanity, and I used this color, and they absolutely loved it, especially Chumley. He kept saying how much he loved this color blue. So I'm gonna be painting the mirror this color that I used on that show. Oh, here, you know what? I'll put up the project that I did. Here's the antique vanity and all of its glory. Really proud of that project and proud of being a part of that show. So I'm gonna get started with painting, but before we do that, I need to protect the inside of this mirror and not get paint on it. So I'm gonna show you what I do. I know everybody's different, but I'll show you what I do. Okay, this is how I protect the mirror. I just take scrap paper from my office and I just slide it under the mirror. Now this is gonna be tricky because this mirror has a lot of curves to it. This works really well when you have like a rectangular or square mirror. So I'm just gonna start placing these pieces of paper, tape them down, and just get them underneath the edges. That way, when I paint the mirror, hopefully nothing gets on it, because it is very time consuming to scrape a mirror clean. And I'm trying to use really little pieces of frog tape because that's expensive. I used to tape it with frog tape all around, and I just found I was wasting a lot of tape. I thought, okay, I'll just use computer paper that I had printed out and made mistakes on. This is actually my home buyers packet. I recently became a realtor in New Hampshire, and there I am, there's my welcome page. I was printing out a draft of a new home buyers packet. And instead of wasting all the paper, we'll use it for this. There we go. Little recycling, little repurposing. So I'm going to continue to do that, and the next time you see me, this is all going to be filled in with paper, and we can start painting. Okay, here comes the fun part. We get to paint. So I'm using a Klingon brush. I love these brushes. These are my favorite brushes. I only paint with these. This is the Klingon F30. It's the thinner, and you can tell I paint a lot with these brushes. And I have about 8 of them. There's different sizes. There's a couple of them with short handles, and they have lasted me 6 to 8 years, some of them. So they're well worth the expense. And when I say expense, I think they run anywhere from like $29.99. And I think their most expensive brush is in the 40s, but well worth the expense. So let's get started painting this first coat of inkwell on this mirror. And I think this is the right choice for this mirror. This mirror is very regal looking, and this is like a very regal color. After I paint 2 coats of the inkwell, I'll be going back over the ornate area. My phone just cut out and said I was out of storage. Go figure. When you have like 20,000 photos of furniture, real estate, and your dogs, you gotta start to delete some things. So I was saying, after I apply 2 coats of the inkwell, I will let that dry, and then the fun part comes into play. I'm going to be adding a lot of glam to this mirror. I'm going to be applying gold gilding wax to all the ornate areas around this mirror, which there's a ton. Like, this whole mirror is full of scroll work, and that's going to make those areas pop. So this color, this royal, it's a darker blue, so I don't want to say it's a royal blue because it's not like a bright blue, but it's a very sophisticated royal blue. How about that? Is going to really pop against the gold gilding wax. So I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to check back with you after I get this first coat on, give you some close-up shots, and you can see what I'm up to. All right, let's get some close-up action here so you guys can see this really pretty color. So I painted the blue here. Hopefully it's picking up the inkwell. And I'm going to continue to paint here. And you see how I have that paper tucked underneath the frame? So hopefully when I remove all this paper, there won't be any paint. Hopefully. Like I said, love this paint. It dries super fast. Once I'm done painting the entire mirror, I give it about, by the time I get back to this, it'll be ready for its second coat. That's what's so great about the 1 hour enamel paint. And I just love that there's a top coat built in, so it is one less step for me. All right, I'm gonna keep going here, you guys, but won't bore you. And I'll check back with you, and you can see what 1 coat looks like. Okay, here's what the mirror looks like with 1 coat of the inkwell on. You can see in areas it is still wet. I think I painted way too fast, but that's okay. I'm just gonna have to wait just a little bit for it to dry for me to apply the second coat, but this color is so pretty. As you can see, it's a very subtle blue. And my paper is holding up great. Here's a little trick. It's not really a trick. It's just kind of common sense. But when I'm painting the sides here, I will shift the mirror to overhang over here, over a table or whatever you're using. That way you won't get it on your table. So I need to move it, but you can see that's what I was doing here on this side. I just bring it over. That way you can get the edges and really get down to where you need to get without a table getting full of paint.
Okay, now we're going to apply the gold gilding wax. This is the color Empire Gold. It is my absolute favorite. I have had this little jar, I think, for 2 years. It lasts forever. You got to get yourself some. And now you're going to watch this time-lapse video of me applying the gold gilding wax. I use a small detail brush, and as you can see, this goes fairly quick, even though it's on time-lapse, but this is a very, very easy process to do. Anybody can do this. You're just applying it to all the raised areas, and you see how it just brings those areas alive. I'm telling you, every piece of furniture that I apply gold gilding wax to, it sells quickly. The most popular question I get in regards to gilding wax is, do I need to put a top coat on over the wax? No, you do not. You simply apply this wax, you let it set, and it'll dry in a couple of days, and you won't be able to smear it with your fingers at all, and it'll harden. I mean, look at the results that you get with this. Look how regal and gorgeous and beautiful this mirror looks now.
Okay, YouTube, that concludes this tutorial on how to paint a mirror. If you can see, I took all that paper off and there wasn't one bit of paint around the edging, and she cleaned up very nicely. I'm gonna do a close-up shot so you guys can see what it looks like up close. I'm whispering because it's midnight and I'm just finishing this mirror and everybody in my house is asleep upstairs, so I gotta be a little quiet. So if you guys have any questions regarding the Wise Owl 1 hour enamel paint, drop it in the comment section. If you want to know where you can order it, I do not get any kickback. I'm not an affiliate with Wise Owl Paint. So here at my channel, I am totally transparent. I will tell you if I'm sponsored or anything like that, and I am not with them. So you know I am telling you the absolute truth. I absolutely love this paint. And like I've said before, the proof's in the pudding. It's an amazing product, and I just keep using it for every project. If you've been watching my channel lately, you're like, geez, she's always painting with that paint. Yeah, because it's amazing. So this color again is called Inkwell. I will put a link underneath the description of this video to their website, and then I'll also list the products that I used in this video, like the crud cutter and my Klingon brushes and the gold gilding wax. So if you want to order those, you can if you want. So until I see you guys again, Biscuit and I here, what do we say? You're gonna say toodaloo? All I could hear upstairs while I was working down here was, and it was him, because he knows I'm down here working, and when I'm down here late, he gets antsy. He's like, where are you, Mom? I want to go to bed. So I'm gonna go to bed. Actually, you know what? I can't. Now I have to put on my real estate hat. I'm supposed to meet some new buyers tomorrow, so I have to get my new buyers packets all ready to go. So probably another hour. Mom's gonna be up for another hour, Biscuit. Is that okay? Yeah. As long as he's with me, he's good. Oh, if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, there is a red button in the right hand corner. You can subscribe there. Then you also need to go to like the main page of my YouTube channel. There's a bell over there. When you click on that bell, then it alerts you every time I upload a new video. So if you don't want to miss anything that's happening here at Madeline Jean Antiques and Restoration, you got to go click that bell. All right, we're gonna say toodaloo for the second time, right, buddy? Say toodaloo. Can you put your cute little mug up to the camera? All right, you guys, we're saying bye. Bye.